can I find us another song?
Gotta make it good.
Yeah, we gotta find us a good one. That ain't it. That wasn't it, bro.
What you mean?
Hold on, this might be it. I don't want nothing trappish, you know what I'm saying? We got a whole mom in the studio. Nah. Look, she getting it. Y'all, that's whole trappish.
Listen.
Huh?
You can go sweet. I'm in
The one before?
Why can't she be trappish? Do you? I mean, you're so pretty. Do you trap? I'm a silent G. I like it.
Look at the engineer. What's wrong with your engineer? Well, look, what's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, LeCheston, and you're back for another episode of the What You Mean podcast. We're here kicking it with...
Are you talking to me?
You know what? We're going to start that all the way back over. Because I did our intro totally wrong.
Fired.
But we're recording though, right? So we good. So that's a bloopers. I can take it out and put it at the beginning of the video. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to wait on the beat. Welcome back to another episode of the What You Mean podcast for a What's New segment. And as you already know, if you have been tuning in this month, we have been dedicating our What's New segments to dope moms that we know, people that we bumped into in our respective industries that we operate in, as far as us being, you know, me being a photographer and Kim being an MUA. So, man, we hope you're going to enjoy this one that we're about to get into. So, thanks for kicking it in. I'm your host, LeCheston. And our dope mom that we got on the platform for what this evening is going to be
Fallon Charmaine Jones.
All right, Miss Fallon. So real quick, man, we just want you to tap into the people, and you know you've already told them who you are. So just tell them how they can find you and tell them some of the things that you do, and then we'll get this thing started and rolling and going.
All right, cool. So I'm a licensed massage therapist. I'm dually licensed in Mississippi and Alabama.
Okay.
In light of the pandemic, I became a candle creator.
Okay.
I'm a military veteran.
Okay.
I used to be a computer technician. Hey, I wear a lot of hats, but I am a mother first and foremost. Just became a newlywed, and I guess that's about it. I'll stop now.
Man, that'll work. That's actually good.
Multifaceted. Okay.
Yeah, that'll give us a good little starting point, man. So, Miss Fallon is here.
She is here.
I had the opportunity of being the photographer for their wedding a couple months ago.
Congratulations, by the way. Thank you, sweetie.
And I hired a second shooter that took 50 million pictures.
Oh, God.
And got me still going through that gallery, literally.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, because she gave me, well, this was the memo she gave me. LeCheston, I don't want all them photos. Don't send me all them pictures. So I got to go through and make sure I just pick out the good ones, man. But we're definitely going to have some dope ones in there. We got an opportunity to utilize the stage inside of the Civic Center to actually make some magic. So I was in there time I put it on the wall.
I'm excited, and I don't want you to rush yourself, so don't try.
Oh, no, I'm going to give you a solid product. I got to. That her dress was nice. The Civic Center, so the stage was black, and then they had the black curtain down. Ooh. So the only thing you're gonna see is the white gown. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So it was. We found a spot, man, and you know Herschel put the word in, and the dude was like, "Yeah, y'all can use the space for whatever we need to." So that's how we met initially, because they knew Herschel folks is somebody that I shot before, and she recommended me for their engagement pictures. So after I took their engagement pictures, you know, I was like, hey, I like it. You want to do a wedding? I'm like, hey, of course. You know what I'm saying? So I met some dope people while I was there. Mm-hmm. I didn't know about all the particular hats and things that she was doing until we actually became Facebook friends. So I thought it would be dope to kind of sort of bring on the platform to allow you to kind of sort of expand as a mompreneur, you know what I'm saying, on the things that you're doing and contributing to, you know what I'm saying, the lifestyle when it comes to being a massage therapist. Because, you know, when we bring massage therapists in here, and I guess to add just a little bit of humor before we get off in depth, I want to get your feedback on how you feel about the guy that be doing the massages on the women.
Yeah,
that's going viral.
I don't even know.
It's a couple of them now.
Listen, Talking about that soft porn.
That's what you call it?
I mean, that's kind of what it looked like.
I'm gonna put it out there. Shots fired. Listen, he ain't the first one. He won't be the last one, and that's why sometimes it's a little sketchy, you know. And we're not taking as serious as I would like us to be.
Right.
And it can go both ways, because sometimes I may get a male client, and you know they want to see just how far they can. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. And I let them know next time you should bring your wife with you.
Wow.
Something like that.
So,
We are not subscribed.
are these stories that you go home and tell Herschel about when this stuff happens?
Like, I talk to Herschel about everything.
Right. No. Okay.
Not everything. You know what I'm saying? Nobody tells everything.
Right.
I don't think. But for the most part, I'm very transparent when it comes to him. Like, we were friends first, battle buddies first, and then friends.
So y'all was both in the military?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that one.
I didn't get a chance to really. You're busy. So when we did talk on those different occasions, it was cool. And it was like energy. It was like for you and me and for you and Herschel. So it just worked out.
Yeah, because I told Herschel, like, when we left the engagement session, I was like, bro, I'm going to try to go ahead and get these knocked out. You know, if y'all want me to go ahead and send them to you, I will. But after a certain time, I ain't texting nobody wife, bro. I ain't doing it. And then I think when he heard me say that, he was like, oh yeah, I can bump with that nigga.
That's
bro.
right.
Like he cool, because I don't think that he would have seen it as a problem. I think he just appreciated the fact of how they approaching what I said.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know. I was just telling somebody the other night, I do a lot of stuff, but I ain't messing with nobody's wife. That kind of karma, I don't want that in my life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so with the battle buddy, let's go back there real quick. So when did y'all meet?
Man, let me see. Cause you gotta add the time.
Hold on before you do that. Show Kim the ring.
Oh,
I'm glad my nails still semi-done. Listen.
yes, girl.
Make his pockets hurt.
Hello, twice. Drop a bomb on that. I'm just saying.
No, let me stop.
Quick backstory on that. I got in trouble.
He did.
Why?
Because I took pictures of the ring and I went and showed her the pictures and
was like,
and
"Look,
it was
look."
because normally when people do weddings, the engagement ring is taken off and is put back on the finger along with the band during the ceremony. But there was some other stuff going on that I'll let her tell you about her actual ceremony, which was like a boom, drop the mic on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So when I took the pictures, I did some funny stuff to the picture that I absolutely fell in love with. And I was just ready to show it because she liked seeing when I like take dope pictures and it has something to do with them and I would show her, she would give me that response like that I need as a photographer. Like she would tell me whether it's nice, she like it or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So I went and showed her the ring and everybody in the room, all the bridesmaids, everybody was like, what you doing? And I was like, what happened? That was like, she's not supposed to know about the ring. And it was like you could drop a pin in that room when I showed her that picture.
His eyes got so big.
Fired.
And I felt so bad when I walked out. This is what made me feel even bad, even worse. When I showed Herschel the picture, he was like, did you show her? I was like, I said, nah, Brian. So he said, you sure? I said, yeah, man, I did. I'm sorry, man. I ain't know. He was like, yeah. He said, so I want to see what her reaction gonna be. So when he gave her the ring at the altar,
Lord, please, that's what
and
everybody talking about.
she acted like she was surprised, and then afterwards,
I was a little. You took it away too fast, but go ahead.
so Herschel said at the reception, like everything over with, Herschel said he said, yeah, let me go find her real quick because I want to ask her about that. So you surprised, huh? So you were surprised you had already seen her, and I'm just sitting in the back like a little child, like.
In time out.
I was like, bro, but I had an awesome time. Like I ain't seen a reception like that in a really long time. Like when I tell y'all let y'all hair down and y'all had a good time, bro. You was like, yo, this what time we gotta be out here, and until this time we turning up. We wait on the pastor to leave. When the pastor left, the DJ was like, skirt, and turned up from there.
Period.
Did Nina do your wedding?
Yep,
Who is it?
Janina.
For my makeup.
Yeah.
That's my girl. Yeah.
You were stunning because I saw those pictures. You were stunning.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you so much.
She-
I don't look like this all the time. Yeah.
Here you
Girl,
go.
bye.
Here you go. So
Yeah,
so
let's
yeah,
do it.
tell us the battle buddy story and the interaction in the meet of you and the husband.
So yeah, we let me see. Herschel came to my unit. sometimes when you get promoted in the military, I know you got military background. When you get promoted, sometimes they have to move you to another duty station. So he came to my unit, and at the time I didn't even. He wouldn't have been on my rate. You know what I'm saying? Like not in a bad way, but I had a different kind of respect for him, and he was married, so he's
Okay.
been married before. So one day, he came to my unit in 2014. We didn't even start a chat till 2017, so that's a while.
Dang.
And one day I was like, dang, he ain't got his ring on no more. But,
What's going on there?
one thing led to another, and another battle buddy who was one of my bridesmaids, she kind of made the connect, and we exchanged numbers, and the rest is history after that. I ain't gonna really go into all them details, but we didn't make it official probably until like 2019, but I can't take guys, I thought I couldn't take guys serious enough, but he was the exception.
Okay. Okay.
On that.
Got some? You want me to keep going?
Go ahead.
So after the meet and greet, and y'all done hooked up and all this other good thing, and so we know that you got a little bundle of joy. Do you want to tell the story about how the little bundle of joy gone, or do you want me to do it?
I want you to start. I want to see what your angle is.
So the little bundle of joy came as a big surprise, because my big dog Herschel was being the big dog, of course. You know what I'm saying? So I get this call, hey, we want you to do our engagement photos. I'm like, hey, y'all love to do them. Just let me know what your ideas are. Shoot them to me. We'll get the ball rolling. X, Y, Z. So something came up. I can't remember. I think it was a sickness or something like that came up in the family. Something happened. And Fallon reached out and she was like, hey, we're going to need to reschedule. We need to push back to this date. Is that clear on your calendar? I was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, I normally let people, move the date around, once or twice before we need to start renegotiating and talk about money again. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, all right, cool. I think we're going to be good on this another date. Then she called me back a second time. She said, well, I think that the engagement shoot might need to be a maternity shoot because we didn't. I was like, hold up, bro. Like, what's really?
A whole 180.
His exact words.
was like-
Oh, he done shot the club up.
Yep, that's exactly what I said. I said, oh, he didn't shot the club up. And I was like, okay, cool. I said, well, just let me know what you want to do. And then life started happening. They had some other stuff going on, whatever case may be. And then she was like, hey, I know you're tired of me at this moment, you know what I'm saying? But we're just going to go back to the original engagement shoot. And I was like, all right, just let me know when you're going to do it. So what's the baby's name?
Junior. Herschel Jones Jr.
Okay, so Junior. Did Junior come as a surprise or?
Okay, let me start over. We call him Deuce. So he's affectionately known as Deuce. That's number 2. So it's
Okay.
not sweet.
Yeah.
Let me see. He's our love child. Like we didn't want another kid.
Right.
And when you're my age, 22.
And fine.
Okay. No. But I'll be 39 this year. So like I didn't want, I'm older. I didn't want a kid. He didn't want a kid. But that's our love child, and we wouldn't have it any other way now. So
Everybody love that little baby.
yeah. How you know? He's 4 months.
Oh, he's a baby.
And don't he got the eyes too?
Yeah, they
Yeah, he got the
changed colors and
eyes. Yeah,
stuff.
he got the eyes.
Yeah.
He got the eyes. I mean, like he a handsome little guy, man. So
I love it.
He get a lot of love on social media. I call him a little dapper dudes. I call him a few things, but when I dress him up and stuff and put him on, they put dapper dudes, and they just love all on him. So
I
he's
love
sweet.
it.
so you got a little baby model. Might have to send some paperwork over there
Hello.
and put him on papers.
Hello.
Oh, Oshkosh. Carters, we're waiting on the call, okay? Baby,
So now that we did talk about, some of the inner and stuff, and we're bringing up, and that was our way of kind of sort of congratulating you on your newly formed union. You know what I'm saying? Your bundle of joy, aka Deuce, out here. Definitely shout out to Herschel if you're listening to this, man. Again, brother, I know you don't know me outside of being your photographer, but I'm saying this on my little platform that I got, bro. I got a lot of love, and I'm proud of you, bro. Like, I bumped you. I don't know what it is about you. Maybe it's like the wife said, maybe it's the energy, but, bro, do your thing, bro. So, with that being said, and you being the mompreneur, we can kind of sort of shift gears, and, we like for the moms to come on the platform, like I told you, and drop gems. Like, it's some moms out there that are trying to get where you are. There are some moms out there that you can probably tell a story or a small testimony of some things and trials that you went through and how you came out of it that may be beneficial to helping somebody that probably don't want to ask for some help that are dealing with something that you did. And I'm not trying to get too personal, dig into your personal life like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
but anything that you're open with sharing, like we just want you to kind of sort of like switch gears right now and go into the mode of just like mompreneur. And then I'm not going to ask the balance questions because the balance questions always comes from that side of the table.
Okay, I can dig.
Because she be on me about balance. So that's why I always let her. And you can listen to any one of our podcasts. You gonna hear me say something about balance, and then that's Kim Lane because she's an advocate about balance. And I know with the children, the jobs, the newly formed marriage, and all this other stuff that's going on that you definitely have to figure that out. So when we get to digging at that, I'm gonna let Kim dig at it. But I just want you to just kind of sort of go in and tell your story of just being a mom, like the joys that you have of it, some maybe some downsides, because we done had moms sit here and just say sometimes, I just need a break. I just need a break. It's not that I don't love my kid.
Oh, yeah.
I just need a break. So I just want to give you the floor and kind of sort of just go in there.
To piggyback on that break thing, that's real. And as a mom, you can feel like, should I want a break? Do I deserve? You know what I'm saying? Like it could be a complex because you know your responsibility, but you need to be selfish sometimes for the
Okay.
balance. You
Right.
definitely need to be selfish. And when it comes to me and Herschel's, we call it a transition because, like I said, he was married before. I've never been married. I have daughters, only 2 daughters. He got 2 boys, and he has a daughter in another relationship, but her mom was in the military, so they were living in Hawaii and other places. So it's never really been he never really knew how to that father-daughter bond, not in a bad way, but he used to raising boys.
Right,
Hard.
right.
So I call us the Black Partridge, not Partridge,
Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch. The Black Brady Bunch. But and I was a single mother, and give or take, he really had his boys a lot. So you can say he's a single father. I mean, when they split up anyway, they had split custody.
Yeah.
So transitioning from me being always been independent, always been the breadwinner because I ain't had no other choice. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I came from working 2 jobs. And I used to work for a massage company. I'm not gonna name them because they one of the biggest pimps in the industry. I feel. So I'm not gonna give them no props. Am I shooting at everybody? I'm not shooting at but listen,
Bomb, okay.
yeah, because this is a good industry I'm in. But let me start back with the mother thing.
Oh, you can take your time.
That's a very, especially during the pandemic. I feel like all the odds were against us during the pandemic because you got to think about your mental health and your spiritual health. And then you're in the house with all these kids and you like, can I cuss? Damn, I do need a break. That ain't cussing, is it?
No, you good.
I ain't hit the F-bombs yet. But you do need a break. You deserve a break. I'm a massage therapist. I couldn't massage. I wouldn't want a massage. You know what I'm saying? Like COVID. You don't want to go in and out somebody's home because I'm working for myself.
Right.
So I had to turn my stuff up a notch. I'm at home with all the kids, virtual schooling, anywhere from 1st grade to high school. Everybody on the laptop. I'm this hot right here. I gotta center myself. Everybody on the laptop, and I'm downstairs in the office trying to run a candle business. Very new. I did very well.
Yeah.
But that's just a lot. And then Herschel's a hardworking man, so he's out. And I'm left to take, you know what I'm saying? That I have a lot of hats, but I have to also be his helpmate. And women have that, I know it's like a second nature. That's just something, like even with Lil Deuce, I won't even I ain't gonna say let him, but it's like I'm tired and I'm worn down and I want to rest and I want some sleep. But I just can't put too much on him because I know he got another responsibility too.
Right.
And he won't have it any other way. He the head of the house. I'm learning how to submit, and that's been a big thing for me because I've been so independent. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm doing a pretty good job. So
I don't think that he probably. Go ahead. You had something. I'm sorry.
I say like you definitely are just from hearing everything, but
yeah, it's different, girl.
I don't
but-
think he would have married
Was
you if
that-
he wasn't submissive.
Was
Go ahead.
that transition difficult for you from you being so independent and like how did you adjust with all of that?
Okay, because I'm from Mississippi, born and raised. I've lived in Georgia. Me and my girls, we've moved. Went back home. My grandmama was sick. My grandmama raised me. That's what we do have in common. We were raised by our grandmamas. And I went home I was supposed to move back. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to move back.
Yeah.
She died. I stayed 5 years. That was not in my plan. But while I was there, I managed to use my IT degree. Well, I worked for this poultry company in HR, and every time I kept moving up, moving up, moving up. So that was one other thing that tied me down. So, like I said, met Herschel. It was never on my radar. I'm gonna be living in Bessemer, Alabama. I passed by it on 459. Go, you
Like,
know,
that's it.
that's it. I mean, it's just funny how God works, and I give God all the praise, and I ain't no, you know what I'm saying, holy roller and Christian,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, that just got to be, I ain't dogging nobody, but I have my faith, and I know my belief in God, and I know it's all God
Right.
at the end of the day, for me and my house.
We good in this room and on this particular
Okay.
platform. We all on the same playing field.
Right.
But the transition was hard, I ain't gonna lie, for him too. We both had COVID. It was just a lot.
Yeah, I
It
remember
was
y'all
a lot.
did get sick.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Did you start your massage therapy business? Well, you had it before COVID. So, what made you want to get into massage therapy?
So I really didn't know that I wanted to do that, but it seemed like I was good at it, just passing through, just
Yeah.
maybe I'll, just something.
All my attention is here.
And it's more not even hands-on, it's like a connection. I connect well with people, even though I don't want to be bothered all the time. People give me their, I ain't gonna say problems, but they trust me with stuff. And you'll be amazed, like, it's massage therapy, but it's a therapeutic experience all around. And I feel like I can feel people's, I feel like I'm getting crazy up in here. I can feel
Their
people's
energy.
energy. Yeah.
So are you like one of them Reiki people?
I'm gonna get into it. I'm not certified yet.
Okay.
How do you know that?
I actually dated somebody that started. She was an esthetician, and when she was getting her waxing business together, like I had never been waxed in my life, but she was buying different waxes from different vendors. So the thing that they don't tell you when they trying to wax you is, I can't let you get on my chest and then snatch one patch off, because I'm gonna be missing a whole patch.
That's right.
So I gotta go whole and do the whole thing. So she kind of like finessed me. But because I thought it was just gonna be like, see what it looked like, see what it tear like, but now I'm in there screaming like a whole woman because I'm getting a full wax.
Beauty is pain.
Well, but now she's the reason why I go get my chest and my stomach waxed 24/7, because I really don't like hair on my chest or my stomach anyway. So I go get waxed anyway.
My boy.
But she when I was like dating her, she is one of them. She's extremely spiritual in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, to the point that it scared me sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, we get scared and we rebel against stuff that we don't understand. Case in point, why people that do have different religions, if you're a Christian or whatever, you frown upon what everybody else believes just because you don't understand their belief system or how it really goes. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel like there's one dominant God at the end of the day. Do I believe in Christ? I believe in Christ because that's what I was raised to believe, and I believe that he died so that I could live. I do believe that. But I do believe also that a lot of people that believe in just one dominant God, that's the same God that we're talking about. But she, I was just getting into the whole, vlogging stuff, because before I got into photography, I was vlogging. All I wanted to do was be a YouTube star. That's all I wanted to do. And a lot of stuff that I was doing, and my business was starting to move towards photography and videography. And she was just that type of person that I could literally like sit down and we would sit up and drink Starbucks coffee with both our laptops and just bounce ideas off each other, and it was a whole vibe.
Okay.
And then she could tell when I would be extremely tense or something was going on, and she'll lay me down at that same waxing table, and she would just put her hands on me, and I felt better.
For real?
Yeah, like straight up. You know what I'm saying? And I always thought it was just because it was her and who she was, and I'm cool with believing that part of it, but she told me that it was the practice of Reiki, which is the transfer of energy, you know what I'm saying? Because she know how to manage the energy, so she's able to absorb the negative or the pain in me because she knows how to dissolve it, you know what I'm saying? So I can't tell you that I believe that I had a soulmate one point in time in life if I don't believe that Reiki actually exists and it actually works. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's
So
right.
that's how I know about it. You know
Come
what I'm
on
saying?
now, you
'Cause of her.
gonna scare somebody now. Hold on.
Right.
Me and her talk all the time about when you're talking spirituality and you're talking faith, you have to be careful who you share with anyway.
That is true.
And you in a safe environment, and she was balancing you out.
And I'm telling
your
like it was just something about when she would just put her hand on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of sort of like after you had a long ass day and deuce down, kids straight, and you just lay in the bed and exhale. And then Rehearsal get in that bed and he just put his arm around you. It's something about the release of what's in you from that comfort that he gives you. You see what I'm saying? So if that's my understanding of Reiki, then I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But if she have a scientific or whatever proven method of what she doing to tell me that this is what it really is, you know what I'm saying? This is what people are doing and they don't know that they're what they're doing. Who am I to tell her that she wrong?
Exactly. Y'all saying the same thing. It's just on two different ways.
Exactly.
Right.
Exact. You just help somebody out and don't even know it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for real,
saying?
for real.
So that's how I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I went off way in left field, but you were continuing to tell us about how you got into
Got
it.
into the side
and,
listen, I'm sorry, and y'all gonna have to keep me on track because my mind literally does that. I can think about 5 or 6. I just did it again. I had a thought in my sleep about my business, and it was like an out of body experience, and I couldn't remember what it was until maybe halfway through the next day. I'm like, damn, what was that? And I remembered. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put this stuff out.
Let me write this.
So yeah, it just happened to be something that I was good at, but it is also I feel like I feel like I'm walking in my purpose with that. I'm good at it. I don't feel like I'm actually working. I feel like it's what I'm supposed to be doing now. Like out of everything I've done, you know what I'm saying? Military. I've been in food service in the military. I got a new MOS. I'm a truck driver. Y'all don't believe that? A lot of
88
people
Mike.
don't. That's it. I'm like, so now it's like time to kill all that. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I can use my journey, all this life I done lived. I'm only 38, but I can tell another young woman about, okay, baby, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but I'm gonna try to save you a little time. If you want to look at what I got, this is where I failed at. This is why I failed. You know what I'm saying? You can bump your head and you may learn better that way, but I could tell you, give you a little more insight on where I went wrong at. So that's what I do. That's part of my purpose with massage therapy.
Pour back into people, because that makes a difference. Because you planting those little seeds, like you really don't know like how that impacts people.
Yeah.
And how they carry it with them. And even just carrying it with them, they're like, wait, I really walked away with something from her, you
Right.
know, and that can just impact them in a major way. So
Yeah.
Because I talked to her when we first got here and we was getting established about. I don't really want to call it a biopic. I kind of sort of want to call it like just a bio of me and where I came from and where I'm at now. And I've had some people to tell me like you don't need to do it until you're all the way at your peak, because I got some other little stuff working in the shadows that I tell people about every now and again. But the lawyers I deal with and the people who are helping me to get it done tell me don't talk about it. Just leave it alone until the legal side of everything is completely done. But my thing has always been this, people who know me know that I was in ministry at one point in time. Now I'm on this platform, I'm cussing, carry on, doing what I want to do. And I finally got to a point where I don't care who like it. My pastor told me one important thing, for real. He said, if you ever leave ministry, people ain't going to let you leave it. And I've been thinking about that every single day, because now I have fun when I'm in here.
And you should.
Like I have fun with Jay and that who ain't paying no attention to me. Like he probably just got the camera on the middle camera and just left it there. But like I have fun when I come in here and I talk to people. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's Instagram models, OnlyFans, it don't matter who it is. It don't matter who she say, hey, this is a dope person that I notice in my circle. I think they'll be a great, contributor to the platform. Like I have fun when I learn from new people. So the bio thing that I want to do because of my childhood and how I came up, I'm just like you. I'm not trying to tell you how to do it or how not to do it.
Right.
And guess what? I only want to reach one person. I don't care if it gets 1 million views or 2 likes.
That's right.
If it helps one person, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to hear you say, like, Shawty, I can't tell you exactly how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I can maybe keep you from bumping your head. But if you want to bump your head to learn,
Yeah.
that's how some
That's
of us had
what's
to
up.
learn anyway. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So to hear you say that, with everything that we're talking about thus far, is that those are the things that I want for people when they listen to this podcast. That's the stuff that I want them to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a mother. I can't make a child. You know what I'm saying? But I was raised by a single mother,
Hello?
so I seen some things happen. I heard some things happen that some young women, even in 2022, with the lost ass generation that they're coming up in and living in, they still need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like they need somebody to give them a clue, because the kids that are growing up now, man, like I don't know what's gonna be going on with them when they get grown,
It's
bro.
scary.
It's extremely scary,
I
bro.
think so far as to like, don't nobody take this wrong listening. I hate I had kids in regards to
Really?
what you just said.
Because you don't know. I heard some people say that before.
Like love them to death, but I gotta leave at the rate at what we looking at in society. They may
Right.
leave before me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I hate I had kids in regards to what you just said. The generation is very lost. And I got a 16-year-old daughter. She'll be 17 in July, and I tell her all the time, y'all so messed up, man. And like our elders told us this, but even more so now. You know when they said, well, I'm not, y'all old school.
Talk.
Your kid's gonna be 10 times worse than you, and that didn't exactly have anything to do with as far as being chastised or nothing like that. It's like a full circle society.
They're
I just look at,
exposed to.
oh my God,
Yeah.
you can't even keep nothing from. You have to be very open, very blunt when we talking about sex, sexuality. Child, honey, we ain't got enough time to lift on it tonight. But these are my struggles as a mother. Like I said, Deuce is 4 months. I got a 17-year-old. My stepdaughter, I try to steer away from step now, but she's just like a daughter to me. Herschel's oldest, our oldest. She'll be 18 in September. You can just look at all these different things, and then sometimes you gotta be like, hey, don't play this song right now. The babies, you know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna listen to it, and they talking cash money stuff. I listen to it. I don't want to expose that to the kids right now.
Right.
When it comes to sexuality, same sex this, same sex that. It's what's going on right now, and to each his own. Love how you want to love, but I don't want my kid thinking about nothing with sex. You know what I'm saying?
At 5.
Okay.
And that's what
My
Ebony,
God.
that's what Ebony shared with us,
Yeah.
Fallon. She was like, she ain't trying to offend nobody, but it's just certain conversations that she don't want to have with her son, because she shouldn't have to have
Not
those type
right
of
now.
conversations. But the way we're living, bro, like for instance, I know you say we ain't got time to dive and go there.
Yeah, I don't want to take up too much of y'all time.
Nah, it ain't about taking up. We are good. So I'm gonna scratch the surface with this, and I hope my homeboy don't get mad at me when I bring this up, because this was a topic that I posed for his platform. I have 4 or 5 frat brothers. All of them got daughters. Nobody got sons. So we recognize the way that society and legislation has changed our policies and the things that was supposed to be the American way. The American way was, quote unquote, be a stand-up citizen, get a good job, get married, you know what I'm saying, have kids, buy land, leave something to your folks. That's the standard American dream. Now the American dream is, okay, I'm gonna do that, but it's gonna be 2 dads. Or I'm gonna do that and it's gonna be 2 moms. You know what I'm saying? And the same legislation system that installed that in us, that the American way was to live and grow like that, is now saying that this is acceptable for 2 men to adopt and have a child. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? For 2 women to go and just, whatever you call the thing, well, artificial. I want
IVF.
IVF or,
Yeah,
or whatever the
right,
case
right.
may be. Like, so I posed this question to him. I said, being that y'all all got daughters, and with the way that things have changed over the years, you know what I'm saying, the direction that things are going, what are you going to tell your daughter that she needs to be prepared for when you have that conversation with her, in terms of what to expect when it comes to a man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of conversation are you going to have with her? Because I had some people in here and I told them that I see at some point in time them making a thing where poly marriage is okay as well. Because of everything, if you look at everything else they've approved and said that it's okay, that's gonna be the next thing, because that's the trendy thing that people are talking about on podcasts and on platforms. They're talking about poly relationships, and they're talking about the fact that it's extremely okay if I'm pansexual. I like what I like, and I should be able to have that. It's the same thing when we look at the LGBT community. It just got to a point where they stood up and said, I should be able to like what I like openly in public and do and have the rights of and everything that everybody else have. So I posed that question to them, that what are you gearing your daughters towards, and like what are you trying to instill in them at this point, to not so much tell them that that's wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because I don't want for people to listen to this podcast and think that I'm bashing anybody, because I'm not. But at the end of the day, I know how I was raised. My mom raised me that I'm a man, and a man finds a woman. And then the church taught me that when a man finds a woman, he finds a good thing. And then they also instilled in me that you join in marriage in a union. And then that union is to procreate, to make more people. You know what I'm saying? It's just genetically speaking, that's how it goes. Not saying that it's against anybody else or what they do, or saying what you can or you can't have. I'm just saying, genetically speaking, that's how it goes.
And I will say, I totally agree with everything you're saying, and I do have to be more open. Not that you're not open-minded, because I know you are. I agree with everything you're saying wholeheartedly. I just know that also when you see these, like, I guess it just depends. If it's love there, I really just be like happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's love, I'd be like, okay, that's a beautiful thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want my kids thinking, like, instilling into your kids, mom, dad, and then you reproduce. So that's the American way. Like you were saying,
That's the
for me,
basic.
that is. So now we gotta be open-minded. It's just too soon to be talking about, like, when do we get so sex? You know, this, like.
It's sad,
Why?
bro. It's
Why I gotta be
just,
like that? Why we can't talk about what you want to do to be financial literate and be able to go forth and make something and have our name? Like, why is that? I don't know. I just be thinking about all that kind of stuff, especially with kids.
and
I see
then
what you're saying.
again, as a mom, it's like,
What do you
it's
do?
another thing in your brain that's running 90 miles per hour. On top of the fact that I got to feed, I got to cook, I got to clean, I got to get them to school, I got to help with homework,
come on,
I got a
church.
teacher's
Come on,
meeting.
church.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, church.
My husband just got home. We talking about poom poom time. Like, it's just a whole like thing that y'all deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know. So I really take my hat off to all the mothers in the nation, especially the ones that are doing it the best that they can. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some mothers that didn't have the ideal candidate to show them how to be a mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just told our engineer Jay that I take my hat off to him, because every time he come in here and work, he talking about his daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He love his kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's dope of him. I literally told him, I admire you for that, bro. Like,
I
you
do
know what I'm
too,
saying?
Shay.
To make sure that that's straight and that's a go. And the reason that I mention that is because at some point in time, I got to get him on the other side of this glass, because he's just one of them guys that he feel like I feel. Sometimes us good guys, we finish last.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Sadly.
And this was the thing that really fired up some of the women that was here that day. But I think it's gonna make great content and a great conversation. He was like, black men also don't get the love that they deserve.
That is true.
But he also came back and embraced the fact that black women definitely don't get treated the way they supposed to get treated. But at the end of the day, the black man is also in the same boat, because he don't get the love that he deserves neither. So, you know, that's just
That's
some
true.
little stuff that I just wanted to put out there,
All facts.
and not to get too far all crazy and stuff, you know, keep it on point, you know. Kendra, you got anything that you kind of sort of want to bring to the table for discussion? Go ahead.
What advice would you give to single moms now that were in the position that you were when you first became a mom?
Man, listen, I give it to a single foul. I'm foul. If I speak to my single self back then, still choose you first. Still wait. Don't get married or rush into marriage just to say you're married, or just don't settle. Just take your time for yourself. And I see that in myself, and I would have very well taken my time. Like, listen, if it wasn't Herschel, it wasn't gonna be nobody. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not Herschel,
Oh, why she said that?
what?
I mean,
I'm not mad that she said that. You know the conversation we just had the other night. That's what I'm saying. Like she just triggered something in me. Like, yeah, why you said that?
I
I
told
feel
this
her on
man.
that though. Like I
told
do.
him. I told him, hey, listen, cause at the end of the day, I ain't trying to listen. He always say, you give me too much credit. You just bring me down off the shelf a little bit. You don't leave me no room to mess up. But I'm like, at the end of the day, you just really like. I really appreciate that, man. I don't even know you
Like,
met
I
him.
value you.
I swear.
Bruh,
I like,
listen.
look, if we don't make it, I'm gonna have to give me a
Like,
girlfriend.
Listen,
Cause listen, ain't nobody else gonna do that. Did I fire? He keeps shooting. I didn't shoot.
because when you really recognize
That's it.
that you have somebody
I'm
like
telling you.
that,
Bruh.
that shows up for you, that's an asset to you, that adds value to you, and you add value to them, you like, oh hell nah.
We literally just stood up in the parking lot,
Nope.
and I was out there damn near crying
For real.
and
Yeah.
yelling. My voice was gone.
Bruh.
I was walking in circling the
Yeah.
parking lots, fucking
Yeah.
yelling.
Like, I was like, I know the people driving past are looking like, is he
out.
cussing her
Like
out?
some of the folks stayed at the
that's what
light
they
right there.
said,
They
like,
they
they
sat
were
at the
like,
light
damn.
listening to
Yeah.
it.
We'll call the police.
And I was just
Yeah.
well, the police had just passed by, and I think they know our cars at this point in time, and they know
okay.
we'd be over here. And it's just crazy that you're saying it because I get that. Like that's how I feel. Like I'm not at a place right now where what I gave, when I felt like I was putting my best foot forward, like no stops,
Okay.
and I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can get it to nobody else again right
There
now.
you go.
Him, like, just everything, and I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole, but just,
Bro.
I literally was speechless. Like, I'm never at a loss for words. I was literally at a loss for words with just what he was sharing with me.
About his person.
Yes, because I'm like, wow, like some of us are real, like we are real deal trash. Me and Jay were just talking about that. Like we are real deal trash.
And when you
because
just said what you said about him, it just clicked in my head. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about, bruh, sometimes like we, as men, we know we have faults.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you say he your friend. That means that 9 times out of 10, Herschel has presented his faults to you.
Yeah.
So you figured out how to cope and not make him feel inferior because of what his faults is. That's why you can call him your best friend. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's why you could put him on a pedestal because you don't feel like it's probably one major thing that he could probably do that will probably tear you up. But the rest of the little stuff, like you were saying, certain stuff that just don't need to be said. Because what all comes with it ain't worth coming with it when it's something that's gonna blow the hell over anyway. You see what I'm saying? So for you to put him where you putting him at, it's saying like, yeah, nigga, I found my 9-shot armor and I ain't afraid to let nobody know it. And the little stuff that other people would allow to tear something that we're building and something that we have apart, I'm not gonna allow that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's great advice for a single mother that's looking for a potential mate that is going to accept children that she already has, accept her faults that she already have. I don't care how you coming, I'm gonna accept you just how you are because I actually love you. But that also means that sometimes I'm still gonna have to learn how to love you a different way every single day. We learn something about y'all every single day. And when you find a best friend that's dedicated to learning how to love you a different way, not even it may not even be the necessary way that you want to be loved, but he still find a way to love you every day. That got to stand for something.
It
On
does. To me,
everything.
I feel like it's even in addition to you loving him, you see him. You know what I'm saying? Like you see him, and like when you actually like see somebody like who they are, for what they are, where they are, how they are, and you're like you accept that, and you're like, okay, you're intentional about that. I feel like that's a beautiful thing.
And you know what else? You said like it make me like I know I'm the prize too.
Right.
But he the prize. Like
Yes.
he sees me.
Right.
I'm flawed, and he good with that.
Right.
He knows how to. I can't explain. I just be lost for words.
All
I
of
just know how to
that,
take
guess
all
what?
of that.
All of that transcends to you guys as kids, man. That's what make you a dope mom, bro.
Right.
That's what make you a dope mom.
I didn't even know I was that dope.
Like for real, bro. Like I
Because they're
seen
the
you
the
in your,
reservoir
I seen
of
y'all
the
in
love
y'all
pour
light,
out.
like, like, bruh, like you could tell, like you said, when people get married for the wrong reasons. Like,
yeah.
bruh, I thought she was gonna tell us, but literally, I already.
Oh yeah, I was. I
Go
said,
ahead.
"Dang, do I?"
Yeah, go
answer?
ahead. Go ahead.
So that was our wedding day. Was our first year anniversary.
Really?
Nobody knew. Well, he
Uh-huh.
told his best friend. I told mine.
Yeah.
But the parents, aunties, nobody knew. And we wanted that day not to be more about the pictures and the Facebook posts. You know what I'm saying? We can do
Yeah.
it. We can do it for the camera all
Right,
day.
right.
But I'm like, look, bro, we're not finna spend no tens of thousands of dollars on no wedding, and then we don't know how far it's gonna go.
Right.
And that was mutual. So it wasn't for the show. A wedding is expensive.
Drop the bomb 3 times.
Right.
A wedding is expensive.
They are.
Listen,
Not the
bro.
Marriage.
It was about the marriage.
Right.
And that first year, it's as hard as people told me it was.
Uh-huh.
But we got past it. And I'm glad that he's a patient man. Very upfront. Of course, we are more emotional. Women
Yeah.
are very, like, we got a lot. And we just can't help it. Because
No.
I think I'm a G all the time.
Listen.
But
Silent G, okay?
I'm so vocal though. I just can't let him not know what's on my mind, and I put it out there, and you can take it however you want to take it.
Yeah.
We need to figure this out because if we don't figure it out, I'm not gonna be unhappy, and I don't want you to be unhappy.
Right.
Man, we broke up like what, every month? You know what I'm saying? For the first year, but it was just about being there, and he knew how to handle me. He knew how to say, you can't run, because my background is, like I said, I was raised by my grandma and other aunties. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't exactly raised by my mama. And my dad, of course, my mom and dad were married, but they got separated when I was like 5 or something like that. So here I am raised by aunts. That's how I know how to be a strong woman too. Single moms, my grandma, and I was just used to not needing anybody.
Right.
I ain't need nobody.
I can feel
But
you
I
on
kind of
that.
need this man now. You know what I'm saying? It's a little
Right.
different now. I just need him now.
You know what? You the second mom that came in here because Ebony don't put on a pseudo personality like she don't want a counterpart neither. Like she'll be in a group in the midst of girls and they be talking about, I don't want no man, I don't need no man, and she'll be the one all about to say, I want a man,
Yeah.
and I need me a man. I don't know what you talk about, but I want and need me a man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's again, bro. It's so much that we done probably talked about on this podcast that folks be like, okay, what happened? But it's been joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've enjoyed sitting here talking with you about the things that we've actually talked about because everything that I've said, I've meant it like wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So it's, again, I didn't even know y'all family was that big. I didn't know that many
wasn't
kids
all
was
of 'em.
involved. That
Bro,
wasn't all the
was-
kids?
no. Well, no, that was all our kids. What you mean? We only got, listen, we got 6. Don't give us no more. We got 6 together. That's
I
it.
thought y'all was working on some twins.
No.
She's like, I'm at done.
That's
D-O-N-E.
it. That's it, baby. That's
Done.
it. No,
Done,
but
done.
we got a big family. That wasn't even everybody. Everybody couldn't make it, and it was still a packed event.
This is the only wedding I've ever been to what everybody that was fine was already married.
Ain't that something?
Man, I was mad as hell. I told Hirsch, I said, bruh, what kind of wedding this is, man? Everybody married already, bro.
Bruh.
Like, I was like, bro, like
not
every one of the
lying.
bridesmaids that came down the stairs to take their pictures, I was like, I like you look nice or whatever.
Yeah, she
I was
fine.
like, well, how long you been married? Yeah, I've been married for such and such. And I asked that question in a nice way to find out if they married or not. Everybody was married,
not
bro.
lying. Every girl.
Everybody was married.
They were my maids of honor. I could not give them no time.
That's what it felt like, literally. That's literally what it felt. I was like, oh, okay,
Everybody was
cool.
there.
And then I made a choice and still lost.
What you mean?
What you?
What you mean?
I made a choice and that mug was still lost.
What choice? Talking about?
Maybe your picker was off.
No, actually, I think she dope. I think she dope.
You got
I
sharpen
think
your
she
picker, bro.
dope because she's different. I thought I felt different from her as soon as I seen her. Of course she was attractive, but I felt like she was different.
Okay,
You know
so
what I'm
once
saying?
you got past that surface, what was the substance talking about?
Shit, I mean, I made it known that I was interested to ask for a number. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting no
Came
number, and I told her when I was leaving, I was like, I ain't the type of nigga that finna beg
You
though.
sure said that.
I was like, I could see if I was Joe Blow, broke, busted, and disgusted, don't got nothing going for myself, bad credit, same pair of Reeboks for the last 3 years. Like, no, You're not treating me like that. Like, I made it known that I was interested. We can go have some drinks, eat some dinner, have a collective conversation, and see if there's anything in common. If you can't treat me like that back, I'm good.
So where are we now?
It's over with. I mean, it's dead.
Where the
I even sent a, like, even if, I'll say this. Even after I didn't get the number, I sent a message. And I said, hey, I just wanted to speak and say hello. Because she accepted my friend request. And I just said, I wanted to say hey and hello. And I didn't never get a response. So that let me know that she wasn't interested.
That's her loss. That's on period, Pooh. That's on her loss.
And we're going to make sure
just saying.
she remains nameless because
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
But she fine, though.
Respectfully,
Lord
like,
have mercy.
You lost out, sis.
She was fine, though.
You know,
She was fine,
sorry.
fine.
Sorry, not sorry.
And she got a beautiful little daughter, man.
But in her defense, I don't
She's
know
so
if
pretty.
you got far with it, but she got out of a bad situation too. So that may have had some kind of.
That
what
definitely always has a lot to do with it, because it has a lot to do with how I treat people right
She
now.
does. She-
I don't mean to treat people bad. It's just I got my guard up and I kind of sort of know what I want. And if that's not like blinking at me like a headlight, then I'm kind of sort of like real passive with it. Like I'm on chill. You know what I'm saying? Like I said this in one of our first sittings. I said it's a difference when a dude makes a choice versus something that just falls in his lap.
That's very true.
It's a difference, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
maybe
saying?
too,
So
like, she did recognize. I'm like, okay, he came at me correctly. He seems like a good dude, you know. But I don't want to use him as a voice.
Maybe I'm not ready for that right now.
and that's why I'm not saying that I'm mad. I'm just saying that
I know.
I was
And
just like,
mystery lady, I hope that you will be listening to this. I know you'll be listening to this because I'm gonna make sure you listen to this. But you did get some good props today. You know that you're a very attractive woman.
Oh, yes,
And if you
Lord.
wasn't ready, just let my boy know that. Just
Yeah.
let him know you wasn't ready.
baby.
He good, sis. Yeah.
But as we get ready to turn the corner here, I want to again thank you so much for coming through. Before we slide out of here, though, as a mom, I just want you to give 3 gems, like maybe just drop 3 things that you would give advice again, like to single mothers. You know what I'm saying? About to be mothers. We had a about to be mother on the platform last night, and you know, and then that mother that is married. You know, if you can just give like 3 pointers or like 3 advice things that you know that you can give out, I want you to do that. Your camera is actually right there.
And I ain't looked at it not maybe once. On
Oh, he
accident.
took care of you.
Okay.
He took care of you. Don't even worry about
Okay,
it.
okay.
So yeah, just give us like, you know, just drop 3. I don't want to say gems, because I know with like when I talk to like the advertising marketing people, I'll be like, give us 3 steps or 3 things that people need to do or need to know. So I just want you to give like, you know what, scratch that. I got one even better. We gonna do what sis did a couple days ago.
What did
I want you to look at your camera, sis. And for the next 60 seconds, I just want you to be inspirational, aspirational. I want you to encourage somebody that's listening to this right now that need to hear something from you that nobody else is telling them, as a single mother, as a married mother, as an about to be mother. Whatever you can muster up inside of you, whatever God lays on your heart and in your spirit right now, I just want you to bless the microphone and bless the people right now. And it ain't got to be extremely long. I just want you to encourage somebody in this moment.
I still want to stay on task because I feel like I had something. Single mothers, do not settle. It's okay to spend time with yourself because you're going to need that time with yourself. In order for you to be right for somebody else, you got to be right with yourself.
Okay.
Mother to be. I got a friend, mother to be. Don't let nobody tell you how to raise your baby. People that got kids already, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to do it your way. And then when you get that second baby, you're going to figure out, okay, I was a little extra with the first one, but I'm going to get it right the second time. But yeah, take your time with yourself. If you a new mother, just trust that you got that instinct and it's right. It's right. You got it. Marriage, right? Marriage. I ain't quite mastered that one yet, but I think I'm getting good at it though. Yeah, especially if you're in a transition like me, just be patient.
Oh, patience, Jesus.
Be selfish, because you're going to need to be selfish at times. You can't give from an empty cup.
Your girl just said that.
She sure did.
Oh my God.
She sure did.
That's confirmation for somebody. That's the
Yeah.
second time we done heard that today.
Oh, I've been empty. I've been empty a lot of times, especially in the past
Wow.
year. And we almost canceled our wedding. So new mother marriage. If you newly wedded, and if it's getting tough, just sleep on it. Don't make permanent decisions over temporary feelings. I would say.
That's
So
good.
Well, I have one more question.
Okay.
Because you're talking about, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
So how does Fallon, my mompreneur, the wifepreneur, how do you fill your cup?
Yeah, I like that one.
How do I feel my cup?
We need a shot of cognac on that one.
Listen, I tell them kids
out.
now. Can I look at y'all now? I
Yeah,
tell them
yeah.
kids, I'm finna run away. They were like, "You gonna take Deuce?" I'm like, "Y'all know I'm taking Deuce, but I'm finna run away." And I might drop Deuce off with somebody that I know is gonna take care of him, and I just spend the whole day to myself. Whether it be I'm finna go get a massage, cause I need a massage too. I'm gonna go get a massage. I may go to the casino, gamble a little bit. I may
Okay.
take myself out to eat. It comes to that selfish. How do I refill my cup? I have to be selfish, at least for 24 hours. I really prefer 72, but I haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let you go missing for
I know,
72
right?
hours. Not right now.
Listen, my mama used to be like, okay, I'm running. I grew up in Memphis, and she would be like, I'm running away to the Peabody. And I'd be like, no.
What's the
like,
Peabody?
It's a really nice hotel in Memphis. And my
Oh,
mom,
okay.
she would always say that I'm running away to the
Oh,
Peabody.
good. That's
So, like, there's like a little pond, and it's like ducks. They're like inside the hotel. It's real nice. But yeah, she was always like, I'm running away to the Peabody. I'm like, no, like, Dad doesn't cook like you do. And my hair's going to be crazy. So I feel you.
I'm gonna start using this. Gonna be my code now, Peabody.
That's what's
I'm
up.
running away to the Westin, to Ross Bridge.
Ross Ridge, that spot. You can get everything you need in one spot. Spa, manicure, pedicure.
Phone, do not
Go see the
disturb.
dentist, get a cavity fill.
Come on now.
Whatever. They got their own community over there in Ross Ridge. You ain't gotta leave out mode up or nothing. But again, man, thank you for taking out time away from the kids, away from the husband to come and bless the room, bless the microphone, bless the YouTube channel. So if you are tuned in right now, man, and you have not checked out Fallon's Instagram or Facebook or website, wherever you can go and find her at, please do that right now, and I'm gonna help you out. Go ahead and plug yourself one more time and tell people where they can find you.
Okay, so on Facebook, Fallon Charmaine Jones, and you can hit me on IG. I think I need to change it, but I'm on there as Lucky Charm. That was my alias back in the day. I got to grow up a little bit on that. My Snapchat, Lucky Charm. Again, got to grow up, but
Herschel's Lucky Charm, though.
that's
I
right.
hear that shit.
Period.
Jay, you on point tonight, man.
Listen.
So that's where you can find her at. She just dropped her handles. If you didn't get them on the screen there, I did drop them in the description. Please remember that she is a licensed massage therapist. She does have a candle business. I want to tap in with you on the candles because I'm a candle guy. So I definitely want to get some candles.
Listen, you didn't tell me how many. Listen, I got a lot of things. I'm making a lot of noise.
You all right?
You can keep on going. You a candle guy. I brought y'all just a couple of.
For real? Don't. If you brought Kim one, she don't get hers. I want both of them.
Oh, I'm taking this one here because you don't need it. It's called Jamaica Me
I
Crazy.
should have brought 3, y'all.
Yes.
I didn't
Give me the Jamaican Me Crazy because
No.
this is honeydew melon. I can't do. Yeah, that's more warming. That's more. Oh, that shit smell good.
Listen, I'm gonna bring you a big candle, Jay. Okay?
Yeah, let me get this one. It smells more manly. A little bit more manly. Smell that one.
I just grabbed.
Yeah.
Listen, everything else is already.
Look,
spoken
man, this is
for.
dope. So since we doing the exchange on camera and
my
stuff,
candle.
let me get that one. I can't rock the melon.
Wait.
So thanks for coming to hang with us. You giving us our candles. We slanging shirts. So
Listen.
thank you for coming to hang out with us.
I love the t-shirt, baby. You are. This is love for me.
All right, so man, so much, man, for you people, man, tuning in. Thanks so much, man. If you are listening to us right now inside of your car, or you got us inside of your AirPod, and you're at work, or you're sitting in your car because you sipping on a 40 right now. I don't care what you're doing. You might be an old lady right now sitting inside of your whip, and you sipping on a pina colada because you're trying to get your mind together before you go inside of the house and deal with them kids and see their husband is probably asking about that pom pom. because it's that time. You know what I'm saying? But for real, thanks so much for tuning in, man. If you're looking at us on YouTube right now, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button, leave us a comment, man. And thank you so much for tuning in, man. We love y'all, man. Thanks so much for helping the platform to continue to grow, man. And until next time, y'all already know I'm your boy LaCheston.
I'm your co-host, Kim.
Hey, peace.